Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Kind of swept this little high right here. Oh. All right, all right. What we got? 30 seconds. This was the retest here. Coulda, shoulda, would have already taken an entry, but of course, market hasn't opened just yet. 14, 15 points. Alrighty. I'm still gonna use this low here. See what kind of range we develop. I would think that we were gonna want to try to take out these highs up here at some point. I am watching though, because we did sweep these highs here. Swept these highs, rejected this OB, created this bearish FVG right here. Now it looks like we're gonna probably close above it, but this might be a area right there to consider. Could have already been one. Let's see. Pushing into this OB. Again, I do expect us to push kind of up on these levels of liquidity here. We have to get through this first though. So we will see. We're just kind of building our range here so far for the 6 a.m. candle. So far, a rather good short here. You know, catch this entry. Could be a 30 points or so, call it. So, not a bad trade at all. It was a really good entry, actually, or would have been. Big wick here, so this isn't an FVG. But if we get some manipulation on this, we may try to manipulate back up. YM up early. Let's see. Already hit the halfway point on this move here. Really nice sweep there, and then retest the OB. So you can watch these candles react. We obviously had a pretty bearish reaction out of this. So we will see, we will see. Down here would be a bigger picture target from to this most recent swing low. Kind of at previous day low here. And the 5:30 print this morning. It actually didn't open the didn't mark our opening print yet. We'll mark it there. Welcome guys, welcome, welcome. Got a delta turnaround signal here. It's kind of what this purple arrow is. Pushes back to here. Could potentially have a short here. Do just want to give a friendly reminder that today is FOMC with Powell today, so that's coming later. There may be a couple good shots here early, but we will see what the market wants to do. We do also have ISM at 10, so 7, aka 25 minutes. Back in this range right here. Don't love this short as much as I did here, simply because we've already tested and pushed off this level. We could catapult off this level back up into here. As you can see, that delta signal gave us a good indication. There's like 20-30 point move off of it. Delete that line, even though we did have a nice. Actually, I'll put it back. Same thing with this line. Delete this line though. It was more so about the manipulation down here on the previous day low and the 5:30 print here. See if we can take out some swing lows. We obviously have a couple way down here. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Appreciate it. I know the last day or so has been kind of crap. even the last couple weeks actually with even Signal and everything like that. So if anyone's in here that was in here the last week or so, let me know how the stream's performing comparatively. Good morning, Mahala. Appreciate you for tuning in. Cool, cool. Pushing on the opening print here again, our 530 print. Personally, I feel more inclined to just be patient and wait for a really good trade setup, especially on a day like today. Um, on a day like today, you may only get one really good setup, maybe two. I liked this trade right at open, but it unfolded literally like a minute into the market open. Like the first candle, I liked the retest here as I was calling out for the short, but uh, again, that was the first candle. I wasn't gonna get too fancy with it. Ended up being a nice 45 point trade, call it. So nice almost 5 hour trade. Would have been nice, but just gonna continue to be patient with the market. We do have ISM data as well at 7. I want to say it's ISM. Let me check. Yeah, ISM and JOLTS. So job openings, ISM, construction spending for whatever that counts. We really may just get a lot of choppy chop into it. So we will see. This is a nice order block rejections though, right at the open. If you heard my stream before the open, I mentioned potentially taking the short here 2 minutes before open. And hoping we would just dump into open, which we kind of did. And then we recovered and then we dumped again, so. So we will see. I don't love the short as much as I did early. I was hoping we were gonna kind of get here now rather than after delivering off of a PDL and 530 print. We start to break all this stuff. We might be just putting in some bullish sentiment. I'm getting a lot of rotation though. YM was super strong early, and now it's super weak. It's doing that classic trade setup I talked about a couple weeks ago. It's already moved 100 points since the highs, so probably will fall down to VWAP too for more. ES holding VWAP though, pretty nicely actually. NQ held VWAP as well. It came down lower earlier. Delta's pumping nicely. I don't mind this short still. Um, but Delta's looking fine. So I'd rather kind of see if we can get maybe like a manipulation up, close, retest type trade. Don't know if I want to try to top tick, if you will, the first push back up into here. I think we may at least try to break the highs. Maybe. And then ultimately as well, we have about 15 minutes till data. So there's plenty of time if a trade presents itself to kind of let it play out a little bit before getting forced into a decision with data. But let's see. I'm just avoiding all this middle of the range crap. I took way too many of those trades last week. Like, yeah, they may work, right? Like for continuation back down to here, but like something like this, yeah, they may work, but probability is not in my favor as much as I would like. We'll see what would have happened, I suppose, but I just don't like the middle of the range trades, especially when this is kind of the range right now. Like I said, it may end up working. It's just not the trade that I want to try to make a living off of, so. A relatively small range, it feels like, for the open. I mean, what's our entire 6 o'clock range look like? Here to here at this point? 50 points? It's not horrible. I mean, it's not great either, I should say. Using this to visualize the 6 a.m. candle. I was looking for a manipulation either below it or above it and then retrace back to the 50%. So something like this back down to here, which again might be only 20 points or so. Or, no, you can't do it. Or the opposite. Imagine the green was red right now. Trade like this or something. So, we will see. Okay, I didn't see that wick down there. I was like, what the heck? So, I do want to point out a visual though from the 1 hour. I'm watching that as well on this side over here. We have swept the highs here. I'll draw it right here. This high or this low right here may want to get tested in the next upcoming hours. As long as we don't get it closed back above here, we may want to try to end up rolling down here at some point, down to the 40s. It's about 50 points from here, but that's not the setup as of right now. It's just something I'm considering or trying to look at as a macro. So to fill that hourly candle back down, it would go back down here to like the 40s. Interestingly enough, we have a couple lows here, so. Hey, Golf Bro, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Haven't taken any trades yet, just being super patient. With everything, we're kind of in this like 50-point range where most of the range happened in the first 3 minutes of the market opening, so see if this range wants to expand at all, but YM actually kind of held view up so far. Again, so far, so good for YM. Holding view up. We may want to rotate back in. Looks like we're getting some rotation back into YM out of NQ here early. So, take a look at internals. I probably don't do that enough. Kind of hovering around 0 on the tick. The VIX is kind of going up today. Oil trending up. TLT been kind of going up since pre-market. Dollar going down a bit. Usually it's just a time level that I like to watch simply because usually there's a lot of like that's when the news comes out for most things. And I want to know where the price was at that time. Like we didn't have anything today, but like that's like when PMI, because I'm Pacific time, so it's like 8:30 for Eastern. So that's usually when like PMI or CPI or PCE or some other stuff comes out, jobless claims, stuff like that. Yeah, we got FOMC later, so we'll see. I'm looking for like one good trade on the day. Um, Last week I kind of got caught taking a lot of crappy trades, and my Wi-Fi was horrible, so I was missing fills and stuff like that, and freezing. My computers were freezing mid-trade and stuff, so it just led to a really rough week, honestly. So this week, I finally had enough of it. I was down for like the last 2 days trying to get it all figured out, but the stream should be way better than it was last week, and my trading platforms are working way better. So, granted, I haven't placed an order yet today, but I'm gonna place. Oh, I gotta fix that. Let me see. Properties. Where's price? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna try to place an order way up here to see how quickly it kinda.
Order submitted.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, last week it was taking like 5-10 seconds for an order to
Order canceled.
to go through and was unable to cancel orders for like 10 seconds. So there was no such thing as impulsively getting in if you wanted to snipe an entry, and there was no such thing as taking your order off if it was starting to run against you. YM's looking like it wants to kind of come down and retest view up again. We're just about there. It's right below the psych level of 38,000, which nah, I'm not in anything. I'm cash right now. I do I just don't like this range here that we're in. JKCH. Um, hold on. What is? I'm gonna feel like a jackass here, but this is JKCH. This Herb or JD? I forgot the YouTube name. I remember back in the day. I remember seeing the name. YM held view up again. I want to say it's JD. YM held view up very well. YM is the only index now above VWAP. Oh, we gonna get a manipulation leg lower now? It's gonna find a lot of support here, I would assume. Keep us in this range. I'd really be looking for a break of this level and look for like to target back up here into 8 o'clock. Um, let's see. This 50% mark would probably be the first real target, but let's see what we get. I would like the low to be established. Like, I don't really want to see us close at the low on the 7 o'clock candle. Is there an entry model somewhere right here? Uh, there's kind of this. Maybe try to snag something down near 50 if, what time is it? Um, I would have liked it a little bit lower, but if we just manipulate back on this, we probably won't. YM's just hovering above VWAP. Just hovering. You see you kind of have this bearish FEG here that may hold down price briefly. Nice break and recovery on this level. Just didn't get quite to where I wanted it. Missed us by, I don't know, 2 points probably before I would have entered. See, this 50% mark is kind of where I would like the entry, depending on where we can get the entry. Or, sorry, exit. Take profit, rather, depending on where we could get it. Still have data here in a minute, so I'm cash until I see the reaction. NQ did reject VWAP on that. So, let's see. Like 10 seconds or so. Mm. Okay. Alright, so we got the manipulation I was looking for. We actually hit down here. Let's see. Depending on where this candle closes, I may look for this long entry. Because we're looking like we're going to get a... come on. I'll take an entry around 50. This would have been the trade for 38 points. That's fine. Manipulated on this previous OB. Really nice. And let's see, is it hit the full TP? I never took the entry. That was kind of so quick. Mm. I was looking for the break on this level and we got it at the close and the recovery, and now we got the full TP here. We got the 38 points that we were targeting. Just never got to our entry. So we will see. Kind of invalidates the whole setup at this point. doesn't validate it. The setup already played out. Whereas you have this where it's been consistently respected at this point. I probably would look for this long again if we can. Oh, get it. This was the. Um, the lower the better would be ideal. We could get it like 50, 49. This area would be the best. Um, so just gonna watch to see if we can snag it down there.
Order filled.
Alright, I grabbed some right there at 50, I think. 51. That's horrible. 51.75 was the entry. Don't want it to break these lows. I was thinking about adding in at the right.
Order filled.
Alright, added in right there. Making my average 47. See if we can turtle soup back up out of this. Target would be up here. At 87. So let's see. It's a 50% retracement. May scale some if we get a nice push.
Order submit. Order canceled.
Scaled out a bit there, or a half. There we go. Let's see if we can get this 87. That's the target. Actually, you know what?
Order canceled.
I'm taking that, guys. Really nice trade. It may play out. It may go all the way, but we're hitting this 530 print in PDL, and I said I wanted to take one really solid trade. And I've been patient enough for that beautiful trade right there. I'm gonna realize it. If I had more, I would probably have locked more and tried to keep the runner because I wouldn't be shocked to see us get to 85 still. And then honestly, even way up here if Price really wants to run. So I'm happy with it though. I think it was like a 20 point trade all in all, maybe. I don't know, 50 to 70-ish, 65 something. My other entry was better. My average was 47. So 47 to I don't know. Let's see. Trying to does it not oh price right here. 43 to 65. So 20 22 points all in all. So we'll see. We'll hang out here and see if there's another fire setup. I actually probably gotta take the retest of this with some smaller size. So you're coming back down here. Could try to get back in for eh. You could try to layer it back in as if you were like in a runner or something. I'm chilling because we did hit off these PDLs in 530 print and we didn't get through. So I'm okay. This was the entry down here though. Again, right here off this wick, risking the lows. I'm good. Again, I'm not really in the mood for it. I wanted to see us rocket through this and get through it. We had this resistance here and then we pushed up again. So, and it's kind of in a weird spot now, like realistically, because we easily could sweep and go, right? We could easily just boom, boom, and then rip up like this, or we're about to break and then try to push down on some lower liquidity, which wouldn't either one wouldn't surprise me. Also, I do want to point out, let me erase everything because I mentioned this earlier as far as bias goes, right? I mentioned this earlier and it played out beautifully, so I want to just kind of talk about it. At least get some education in while I'm not trading per se. I mentioned that we took out the highs of this candle, and the fact that we reversed lower, I thought that we would try to take out the lows of this candle within the next candle or two. Granted, this is the hourly, so it was this hour, and we now have taken it out. So something similar, we've taken out this low here. I would look for us to hold and then reverse back and see if we wanted to try to take out the highs. I think it's far less probabilistic than the earlier trade that we deciphered. But uh, the fact that we swept the highs, put in some bearish whatchamacallies, and now we're taking out these lows does not surprise me. Again, we're in a kind of a 50-50 spot, I would say myself. We're either going to sweep this like this, get back above, and then try to rip back up here, right? Or we're going to get this close down here. Granted, this is an hourly candle, so we're 10 minutes into it, but or we're just going to try to push on further liquidity. I would prefer to trade when I have an edge and when I know what liquidity we're purging on. Right now, I don't know. Like, the question is, did we just purge this now to go higher, or are we still delivering off of this liquidity purge down to here? That's where you need to put your mental focus on, like, okay, what is going on? You know, are we trying to get here, or are we holding this to deliver now higher? Hard to say. And when it's hard to say, I think I'd prefer to not trade. So, a little education piece there while I'm not trading actively at the moment. I'm watching here, of course, and we'll monitor to see if there's a plus that occurs. But again, my issue is in this little like range right here. This could easily be manipulation on these levels to then rip it back up. So I don't want to get caught shorting these lows. But also the trend and sentiment is definitely lower at this point. I don't want to try to reverse or bottom tick either when there's a clear liquidity level down here at 17,411 that looks like we're probably trying to take out at this point. So, I mean, the entry model that I like would be like taking a short if we got back up here. But then the issue with that is that we kind of recovered back up. I'd actually prefer it a little bit higher. I don't know. I don't see necessarily an entry model that I love up here. So we'd have to kind of create one. I would prefer if we started to create some FVGs, created an IFVG on the way back down, or a PBR on the way back down, and then we tried to target this. So ideally and this is what I meant, I don't want to short these lows here because this could turtle soup this easily and rip it. So what I'd be looking for is, let's see if we can get and it's kind of small here, but if we get a FVG, IFVG retest, something like this, to me that is much more interesting. But as I was mentioning, this was a mesh zone or a 50-50 zone that I just don't want to be dancing around in. It just rips back from the lows, like, I don't know, 30 points plus, 34 points. Now, do we hit here, start to reject? Possibly. I'm trying to see, let's get this closed, make this an official FVG, and then maybe get a close below like this, and then retest, and then target the lows like that. That is something that I could get behind. I just need to see an actual bearish entry model. And even then, I still don't love it per se. So let's see. We did manipulate on this level, so that's kind of interesting. Make this a bearish IFVG. So again, we're gonna need a close here and then a bounce and then the rejection before I even consider a trade, which I may not be. I may not even consider a trade. Also, I'm start getting out of here at 7:30, so you know, I'm gonna really be looking for that one good trade. I think it's gonna fit me best. Look for that one really good trade, maybe two really good trades. Trying to smack it with size like I did today. I mean, up 600 on the day, that's plenty. Yeah. See, now if we get the close and the retest, I may try the short. It would look something like this. We didn't get the close though. Really nice holds here. I was waiting for this to become bearish. Again, we may not. This might have just been the sweep and the actual really good long entry. It's very possible. kind of holding this. And again, this very well could be some good long entries. We did sweep this. We got the liquidity sweep here, putting in a bullish FEG. Technically, this is a buy model. Um, I was anticipating more downside just to try to get to this liquidity level, but it's very possible that the opposite plays out here, and it really may. It looks really nice. We've held this nicely, entering here. Use this as a stop. Target back up to here. I like it a lot. Let's see. Do we hold again, or does this actually become an IFEG like I've been wanting? We will see. I do like this. I was just thinking we did sweep that back there, so if we do get this close here, I don't mind this. The only issue I have with it, I suppose, is it's kind of just right at this 50-50 mesh point, if you will, where we could go either way. I was thinking we were gonna push lower, and we still may. So we will see. You like the long tail didn't pop through there? Yeah, like I still don't mind this, and I actually may look to take. So we haven't invalidated this yet. You know, this is still a very valid support here. What is it? Bullish. I can't find it now. FEG. Technically, it's just if we get it closed lower, I do think we're gonna try to run pretty aggressively lower, but we can easily pop back up here. Um, I really wanted to see that. I might trade size a little smaller and take the trade, but I've already missed a couple entries, so I'm not gonna force it either. Again, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here at 7:30. It's kind of my new schedule that I want to follow here. So maybe that was it again. Maybe that was it again. Keeps it keeps dabbling right here, and I think we could try to get that push back up to here. At least 20 points wouldn't be bad. And I just may have missed it, which is fine. I wasn't overly looking for it. What up, Papa? Yeah, GG's, man. I took one good trade today that I'm very proud of. One trade, one kill. That was kind of the plan today. And yeah, so executed on that. Had a good trade. Not gonna sit here and try to make something out of nothing, especially when it's FOMC day. So my camera is all like, did that fix it? I don't know. I don't know. I need a better camera too. Now that I got the Wi-Fi situated, and the guys, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we lagged once all stream. I don't think we lagged once all stream. My charts loaded. I was able to get my entries I wanted. I was very happy with my software today, which is a huge change from the last couple weeks. Um, and guys, I do like this long here. Like we are setting up, we got the liquidity sweep. We can target back higher. My only issue is it's fighting sentiment from the original I guess technically the turtle soup here on the 7 a.m. candle could have been this, and we hold and go. So I mean, I like it. It's just a matter of, how much capital do you want to risk for it? And for me, like I said, I don't know if it's worth risking a quarter of my profits when I've already smacked a good trade today. When I'm planning on getting out of here in like 5 minutes, anyways. And yeah, so I'm probably not going to. I like it though. I just see a case both sides. I felt like we really wanted to push onto this liquidity. However, we did get the sweep here with the lows, and then now we're holding very nicely. I wouldn't be surprised to see the upside. Um, the hourly bias was completed. We're kind of wedging here now. I could see us definitely breaking up, breaking higher. My only concern here is that like we're kind of squeezing, if you will. I don't know if that's the right term necessarily, but like this range right here is so tight, we're either gonna just dump and it's gonna be like, yeah, I really shouldn't have taken that trade, or we're gonna rip and it's gonna be like, yeah, wish I would have taken it. But and it looks like it's gonna finally go potentially. I like it. I favor that side, but it's a little for me. The first area of interest that I would have wanted was that. Didn't quite get there. That was a nice pop though. I mean, it was up 10, 15 points. That's the other thing is this range, even if you're sniping the entry, it's like a 10, 15 point range. And if you're risking 10 to 15 points as well, it's like more of a 1-to-1 R to R, which isn't what I love, or where I would want to build my career off of. So looking for that 3-to-1, risk 1 to get 3 type ratio, which we could do here if you snipe the entry, but then you gotta wait, you gotta hope it pushes and breaks everything. So um, I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. One shot, one kill today. That's kind of the style that I'm trying to probably push and lean into a little further as we move forward. I got a lot of stuff that I'm planning on doing for. There you go. Now it hit that. And again, I wouldn't be surprised even if it ran all the way back up to here. And if it does, then of course, then it's gonna become a much better trade of 40 points. But uh, one shot, one kill. I think it's a lot easier to follow as a viewer, so I think that's going to be a benefit to everyone that's trying to watch and follow along. I'm obviously going to provide my constant commentary on the market, where I think the market's going, why I think it's going there, commenting on trade setups that I like but may not take myself. Um, and yeah, finally got the internet situation figured out. Like I said, I don't think we lagged once. At least we didn't on my end. Um, for my trading software and everything like that. So, uh, yeah. Um, something about an overlay. I was gonna change something. I forgot what it was. I don't know. I got a couple of different things that I want to do here, and probably gonna invest in a better microphone, a better camera, just to make the streams better quality. I don't think they're bad right now at all, but just to lock it all in. And beautiful trade. If anyone took that, congratulations. Um, I mean, it's a nice 30-point win. I think it'd get up to here, 40 points. You just don't want to see it manipulate back down on this aggressively. If we kind of hold above here, we could hold this and finish the job. But I'm okay not taking it. The plan was to take one really good trade. I took it. This was a really good trade too, I will say. Um, I just wasn't 100% sure we were going to deliver up in the time span that I was hoping, which was like now, but it did. So again, congrats if anyone took it. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It was a good day nonetheless. Feels good to be back. What day even is it? Is it the it's the first. Okay, so tomorrow's the second, Thursday. We have FOMC today later, so that should shake up the market as well. See where that puts us, and see what the comments are, and then let's destroy the second half of this week, guys. That's all I really got for you guys right now, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys for being patient with me the last few days, and appreciate you for coming out. So, catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.